It's the Immigration Hour brought to you by Nachman Fulvani Zimovchek NPZ Law Group, shining the spotlight on US and Canadian immigration. I'm Vijaya, and with me are the NPZ Law Power Trio, managing attorneys David Nachman and Ludka Zimovchek, and Gaganjot Mundra, barrister, solicitor, and Canadian attorney. A very warm welcome to you all. So good to have you.
Thank you very
Thanks
much.
so much. Thanks. Namaste, Adab, Sat Sri Akal, and Kemcho to our listeners.
Fabulous. You made my day. Thank you for that, David. So, David, the P-3 is a visa for, cultural uniqueness and for performing artists. So, do all my fave Bollywood stars and singers come on a P-3? And what really constitutes cultural uniqueness?
Wow, that is a loaded question, Vijay. And actually, it's one that we get from the clients who call us, because oftentimes they don't really know the difference. So just so you know, all of your Bollywood faves, they're not all coming on P's. They're actually coming sometimes on O's.
Oh,
because
okay.
they're extraordinary. So we talked about extraordinary ability last time, and we talked about O1Bs for artists. But we also want to talk a little bit about P's. P's are for performing artists, and they're also for athletes. But there's a special part of the P classification that we're very fond of. We like P3s. P3s are for individuals who are doing something that is culturally unique. And cultural uniqueness also has to be shared with the public as a whole. So for example, we like to use these for specialty chefs. So if you have individuals who are doing Indian cuisine, those are chefs that, because it's a culinary artist who is doing something that is culturally unique. And when they're working in a restaurant, they're exchanging that culture with the public as a whole. So that's the way it works. So that's one thing we like to do P3s for. But other things we do, Bollywood dancers. Bollywood dancers, they sometimes get P3s. Ludka, we do P3s for Bollywood dancers from actually all over the country, right?
Mm-hmm.
So India has tremendous number of different types of cultural dances, obviously because India is a cultural melting pot in and of itself, right? So we're doing dancers. What other types of cultural uniqueness visas?
It could be actually some type of martial arts as well. We have done it in the past. So anything where we can show some type of culture for any particular country. So it's not just the performers, but it could be anything. We can be creative as long as we can point out what the cultural uniqueness is.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Dance, language, cuisine. So we also have actually a good group of people who are involved in the administrative functions within an organization that, let's say, is connecting businesses in the United States and India. And that actually requires some cultural uniqueness. Mm-hmm. So oftentimes we'll look at a P as one opportunity for them, but there may be others like H's or L's or O's. So, we have to go through the analysis and figure that all out.
Mm-hmm. Super. Didn't know there were so many variations in that, and you could do so much within the cultural uniqueness. Well, folks, if you are at a crossroads stuck in the US and Canadian immigration law maze, worry no more. NPZ Law Group is at hand to help you navigate your way, and their staff speaks your language, whether that's Hindi, Punjabi, Gujarati, Tamil, Hindi, or Nepalese. So get the help you need today. Visit visaserve.com or just call them at 201-670-0006. Lots more on the law in theory and in practice with the legal luminaries of the NPZ Law Group coming up in just a moment. You stay with us on Mirchi, It's Hot.